everyone, and welcome to Lying Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry. I am Carol Kearns. My husband Harry Shue is our co-host. Our mission for the show is twofold: to provide information about Connecticut Lions events and to showcase the many different organizations and causes that Lions support locally, regionally, and internationally. Harry?
Good evening and welcome. Please consult our website at www.lions23b.org or your district spirit for more information on coming events.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Lying Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry.
It is the fair season 2022. The Wolcott Lions Fair is coming up. We're not going to be able to make it this year, but we'd like to take you back to August 19th, 2016. So on with the show.
On Eva.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Lying Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry. Woo! Listen to that music behind us.
The Beach Boys.
Is that it?
That's who it is. Anyway, we are back at the Wolcott Fair, and this is the 5th year that the Wolcott Lions have had the fair here at this fairgrounds. They make it a little bit better every year. I see a new building over there where the Wolcott Lions are serving food, and there's just all kinds of stuff happening. This is Friday night. We're not going to be able to make it on Saturday or Sunday because of another great event, Harry's Harwinton Hoedown.
Harry's Harwinton Hoedown is Sunday. We'll be setting up Saturday and, of course, Sunday morning. And I just wanted to tell you that I just bought my ticket for this beautiful bike. I hope I win that Harley Softail.
As I said, we'll have to start thinking about riding that motorcycle if we win it, right?
You got it. I'm ready.
All right. And I think I'm ready to eat. I'm getting hungry. I smell all this good food.
Okay, let's go.
Hi, we are back at the Wolcott Fair with our good friend Joe Hutnick.
Harry,
Joe,
thank you for making it. You and your wife, thank you so much.
I think this is at least our 3rd year here. I think it's our
Third or fourth year.
Or fourth.
Well, yeah, you know, you've been around quite a bit. This is our 5th year here on Wolcott Road, so we're pretty happy about it. I got to tell you, the grass is beautiful. The plants are fantastic. The members really chipped in. We did a lot of work here. We have a new food booth this year. You can talk to Rob Buffard later on if you can get a chance.
Very good.
His father took over the hot dogs 20 some years ago, hot dogs and hamburgers, and we've been making them for our scholarship fund. A couple years ago, they went over $100,000. They raised. I'll tell you, it's amazing. With the grace of God, we can all sit down and write a $100 check, $200 check. Because we could, hopefully. But when you get together with a group of guys and you can raise hundreds of thousands of dollars, $2,000, $3,000, it's phenomenal. It really is. And it's a great group of guys here. We work hard. I want to make sure I mention this. Our animal superintendent, Ray Mahoney, I think this has got to be Ray's 15th year in their 16th year. This year we gave him honorary chairman of our fair. It's a thing that we give to a deserving lion. Ray's been a member for close to 20 years, doing stuff, and it's well deserved. You know what I mean? He does a wonderful job down here. He works with a lot of other lions throughout the state. If you know Ted Crow, his wife Mary.
We do know Ted Crow. In fact, we were looking for Ted and Mary. We had we walked out. We rode down there, and we have some DVDs for them. They did a fundraiser for the East Hampton Lions for the art department over at one of the elementary schools. They had 23 or 24 chairs that the 5th graders and the 4th and 5th graders decorated, and they auctioned off, and it was a fabulous event for them.
Ted's a great guy, him and his wife. They give so much. The only thing is with Ted, you can't get a word out of him. He wouldn't say boo if he had a mouthful. If you know, and any Lions that's watching this knows Ted Crow.
We've done quite a few shows where Ted's been on there, so they know Ted and Mary.
Never for a lack of words. God bless him. But I mean, he's once again, here's another guy. I mean, it's Lionism is so. I'm amazed at what we do. I really, really am, and what's done. It's a fabulous thing. It really is. I mean, they do a great job.
It is. It's a great organization. As you know, we're coming up on the centennial this year. 100 years of Lionism.
Yes.
So Chicago next year. Actually, if you're planning on going, register now because it is filling up fast from what I understand. Carol and I are already registered.
Well, I got a couple vacations planned. I'd like to make it out there. I don't know if I'd be... well, I'm sure next year in July I'll be doing some car show or bike show or whatever. I'm sure I'll be back in the raffle again next year. So
Well, here's a thought. Take the motorcycle out to Chicago.
Our charitable arm out there is LCIF, and I say this: whenever you see a disaster, the Red Cross is always the first one in there. Lionism's the first one with a check, and like I mentioned to you before about the grace of God, with $100 we can help somebody out. They're there with $1 million, $500,000, this to that, and I mean that's what we're about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's not all overseas. People think LCIF is all overseas.
No.
West Virginia, the flooding. I'm sure if we're not in Louisiana already, we will be.
Absolutely.
So at Sandy Hook here in Connecticut, that disaster that we were there.
Well, that's like Sandy Hook. I mean, one of the Lions sponsored somebody. They got together. They sponsored. They brought in with Tide. They brought in washing machines for people to do stuff. I mean, and this is what's out there. If you read the Lions magazine, even for us new Lions that are out, new Lions that are out there, read that magazine because it's so insight and it's so informative. And I had the good fortune last week. I went up to Lebanon, and you watch these Leo clubs, and these are the up and coming kids. It's amazing, and we're in great shape. It makes you feel good. Yep. It makes and you can mentor these children, and and that's important. I mean, we have to. Well, we're only going to be on this marble so much longer. You know what I mean? And you try to touch people, and it's like I said to you. To me, this is my. I'd like to think of it as my get into heaven free card. You know what I mean? And it's like but you can do something and help people out. It's a phenomenal feeling.
And if you want to learn more about Lionism, go to www.lionsclubs.org. You mentioned Leo's, you mentioned Centennial, you mentioned the Lion magazine. It's all out on the website. There's a ton of information. You can find a club to join. If you're interested in joining, you can find a club in your area and a contact and everything. So I encourage everyone to go out there.
That's the thing. And you and Carol mentioned to me earlier, you were down on Wednesday night. You guys put countless hours in, and you were down Wednesday night down in Wilton. They had to open the Fidelco branch down here. Yep. I mean, whether it's CLIRF, Connecticut Lions Eye Research Foundation at Yale, or the Connecticut for the vascular up at UConn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just here in this state.
Yeah. And Low Vision Center.
Low Vision Center. I mean, we do the week before Thanksgiving. We do eye screening for pediatric eye screening here, and you're out there, and these members are giving their time, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? But
hey, and you mentioned LCIF and pediatric eye screening. We just received a $100,000 matching grant from LCIF. And that's going to go toward purchasing more machines for pediatric eye screening. So we really are in the forefront here in Connecticut.
We're not just eyes. You know what I mean? It's
of course.
It's everything.
You name it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I mean, in our club on a local level, we gave out this year. We gave out 6 $2,000 scholarships to graduating seniors. You know what I mean? We do 5 blood drives a year. We raise with the help of our community. We raise more blood. We've been collecting more blood in this community than any other blood drives in the state. You know what I mean? With the Lionism, and these are guys that constantly do these things. And not just us on a local level. When you can get raise this money and do things and touch people, that's what's fantastic. Like even with the eyeglasses, give them in. I mean, we can't use our eyeglasses because of AMA regulations, but we give them overseas. And the whole thing is to be able to see these kids. You know what I mean? And I have a couple of our members went there to Dominican a number of years ago, and one gentleman they gave him removed his cataracts. He did cataract surgery. Yeah. This guy, his son was 5 years old. He never saw him. And you know what I mean? Just to thinking about it gives you it makes you feel great to be alive. It does. You know what I mean?
And to be a lion.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean? That's it's I'm overwhelmed. Like I said, it's this is a culmination here. I started this raffle. I'm chair of the raffle. I started probably end of October this year, purchasing the bike and going back and forth, and it's been a lot of hours, big sacrifices in my family. You know what I mean? I got 5 grandkids, and I mean, I miss birthday parties. I mean, I was at my daughter this year. I was at the Middletown show selling raffle tickets on her birthday. But they understand. You know what I mean? And it's anything worth having, I guess, is worth working for, and we're trying to have a better place on earth here for everybody else.
I think that says it all. Good luck again this year.
Well,
always a pleasure to come here.
Once again, like I said, I just want to please come to the fair. I want to put a shout out again to Mike Argy and Corky Masaryk. They are our co-chair this year. They've done a fantastic jobs, and just when you see somebody collecting for Lionism, please help them out.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks an awful lot again. Thank you, Carol.
All right, here we go. We've got someone else buying the ticket. See, don't wait till the last minute. Grab yourself a ticket. Please don't wait till the last minute. Everybody wants to buy a ticket on Sunday. What if they're all sold out? You may have to wait. You may have to wait till next year. Well, right now you don't have to wait at all. There's plenty of room.
Brother Patrick, yeah.
Plenty of room. Come on over.
Pat's brother.
Take my brother Rick and selling a ticket right now to our Harlington
The
Lions.
youngest of 11.
We like to keep all the Lions come over. We all try to visit each other first. We really appreciate the Harlington Lions coming out.
Town since 1955.
So hopefully we win this motorcycle.
Folks, when you're walking around
Then
the
we'll have to learn how to ride it.
checking it out for the very first time. There's lots of great entertainment. We're going to have opening ceremonies at about 6 to 6:30 on the main stage down by the water. We're going to have
I studied- I studied in France for a year, and I had a motorbike.
Oh, really?
I rode a couple thousand miles all over Europe in between studying.
Yeah.
You had a scooter?
Yeah, I got a scooter, quad, motorcycles, yeah. What? You know how to ride.
Okay, I do. And then a friend of mine had a Yamaha, and it was only a Yamaha
Yeah.
250.
Yeah.
We went to visit my father. He and my brother bought a Harley, a CH Sportster. I forget how many cc's. He got on that bike and he did an unexpected wheelie. It was just right in front of the house. Remember that, Harry?
1200 cc's.
I think it was 1200 or 1250. That's right.
Wow.
After you're on a 250 Yamaha, you can go run, run. It doesn't work that way. Okay, Harry, thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're right here in the middle of the food court, I guess. The Wilkett Fairgrounds has many, many levels, and this level is where all the food is located. And here you see their new food booth, the Wilkett Lions Country Fair food booth. Wilkett Lions soda booth. You can see the Creole kitchen back there. Apple fritters. There are the Wilkett Lions under their tent. We wish them well again selling tickets for their motorcycle raffle, funnel cake, and this ribeye steak place. Carol and I had what's called the tanker. It was a double meat. Had double meat. They grilled the steak right there while we watched, and we split it, and it was good. It was big. And then fried dough. We also had a lobster roll. Very good, but not a whole lot of lobster roll there.
That's why we had to get the tanker with the
That's
double
exactly
steak,
right.
fried onions and fried peppers and cheese.
And then Sundays, in the background, you see the red building. We're going to wander over there in a while, and maybe Harry Najarian will be there.
Oh, I hope so.
And then the home show, a bunch of the tents here set up for the home show part of the fair. But we are off right now to find Ted and Mary Crow. And we saw the brand new chicks. Some of them are still hatching.
Oh,
They were
that
something.
was exciting. That really was.
Okay.
Little children watching
Mhm.
it. Hi, I'm Carol Kearns. That's my husband at the camera there, Harry Shue. And we do a show called Lion Around Connecticut, the Lions Club, with Carol and Harry.
Oh, okay.
And we're here especially to see Mary and Ted Crow.
Oh, okay, yep.
Exactly. We're heading down there. And what is your name?
My name is Melissa Greenbacker Zergat. I'm from Durham, and we have dairy cows here.
Now, what did he say your position is? Something exalted. It sounded very impressive.
So there's a superintendent of animals from the Lions Club, and that's Ray Mahoney. But there's there's a group of us that know he doesn't, know how to run a dairy show. He doesn't have any experience with that, so he asked me to run it. Just like the sheep department has another person, all the different departments have somebody to help run the show that has knowledge of the particular animal.
Very good. Are there prizes given?
Yes, we win ribbons. There's a judging tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. There's judging based on conformation of the animal, and also how well the showman presents the judge to presents the animal to the judge. Like cleanliness, the way the calf behaves. If the calf is acting up, you lose points, that kind of thing. So they win ribbons and they win prize money also.
I bet you've won a lot of ribbons.
I have over the years. Yes, I have.
That's great. When did you get started? Were you like in elementary school or middle school?
I believe I was 8 years old when I had my first calf, but I was helping my mother show since I was a little girl. So.
See, that's why you're so good today. You've had all this wonderful experience. You present yourself well. You're not afraid to speak into a microphone.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thanks for joining us today.
Welcome. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Mary, it's so good to see you.
It's so great to see you too, and welcome.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here. We were trying to remember whether this was our 4th year here. I think it might be.
I think so.
I think so too. Now tell me about these babies, these little pygmies.
These are the Tinkers. That's Mama Tinker is underneath there, and that's Tinkerbell is the one without the
Harry,
black.
Look at those two. Yeah, pick those up. Oh, those two little babies. How old are they,
They
Mary?
were born in March.
In March.
And they're actually one of the oldest babies that are in here.
No kidding.
But they're micro pygmies. They are super friendly, and they're our sweethearts. And as you'll see, this little boy that's coming down the hill, he'll go right up to him.
Hey, Logan.
Logan,
Come here.
oh. Why don't we move them
Mary.
over a little bit? Let's go back a little bit. How about a nice grass? Right here. Right here?
Want to talk about the breed a little bit, Mary?
Yeah, the breed is, they're a small breed. They're not good for milking. They're not good for goat soap. They're really good for nothing
But
except
beauty.
for entertainment.
And they're so beautiful.
And the companionship on these guys are unbelievable. As you can see, they're just going up to this girl here,
Yeah,
and they warm the hearts of the young and the old.
I see why. And beautiful, their colors.
Yep.
And their coats are so pretty.
And now watch this little girl over here as she spots them.
Look, Harry, check this out.
How big do they get? Just like that? These guys will be a little smaller.
A little smaller than that?
Because these are micros, yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, they're adorable.
They
oh
are.
My goodness,
Yeah.
I want to take one home.
They
But-
are sweet.
Keep an eye on them. We'll leave them out for a bit.
Okay.
Okay, now. Little girl has been on Broadway. She's done a movie.
Wow.
She's one of the yard goats. I've done a lot with her. Well, she had 2 twins this year.
Oh, no.
Her twins are in the bucket.
Harry, they're in the bucket here. Well, she's a real star.
And I was ecstatic, figuring I would train them, and we would have the 3 of them as a trio.
That's a good idea.
They don't like it.
Oh, they don't.
They don't have the personality.
No, because look at them over there in a
Yeah,
bucket.
they're not people orientated. They're just, they do their own thing. But we're very happy about that.
Hey, Harry, we're
Got
going to
a
move
sheep
on.
with the big horns that are over here. And I needed a small white sheep for a Broadway play. So, needless to say, it was Lamb of God. It was December. So I went all over creation trying to find a little white sheep or a little white lamb. I found a baby doll. And the baby doll I used in the play is home. So I fell in love with the breed. They're cute.
Beautiful.
They have personalities, and I love them. And this is Blue. It wasn't supposed to be his name, but before we picked a name for him, he had a blue collar, so we just always said, we want the blue one. Well, Blue became his name.
Aww.
But now the highlight
Yeah?
of the petting zoo is right here. We have 2 baby alpacas, and they don't have any names. So we're asking the public to pick out names.
Good idea.
So before you leave, I expect to have you fill out a form and hopefully come up with the name for the little fawn one.
Yeah.
And the little brown one.
Okay.
Because they need names.
One name just popped into my head, and I'm going to write it down.
Here you go.
Renata.
Renata.
I don't know why. It just came into my head. Renata. Here, Mary, you hold the microphone and chat a little while.
Now, the larger fawn one that's in there, that's Lily Mae. And Lily Mae was a Name the Baby contest, and someone from Hebron a couple years ago was a successful namer of that alpaca. And we brought our star, the Sicilian donkey, with us. And we didn't want him to be alone this weekend, so we put him in with the alpacas.
Well, that's a good idea.
Because all our animals get along.
They are so cute. Look at those 2 babies. Harry, do you have a nice boy name?
Kyla, do you want to feed him?
I'll keep thinking.
How about Harry?
I'm going to put it down.
Doesn't get much better than that.
Okay. Harry and Renata.
Okay.
Or how about Fernando?
Fernando.
Lamas. Wait, I'll put your name on this one. Mine is the other one.
Okay.
Fernando.
But then what's the female going to be?
Well, I'll let Carol name the female.
Oh, but I don't have another name. Do you have a good name in mind?
Oh, you're going to have to come up with one.
Let me see. Fernando, Harry, and Lilian.
Lilian.
Lilian and Nando.
I guess you're Spanish.
I guess they
Or Peruvian.
Peruvian. They're Peruvian, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, they are beautiful.
Now, how about these boys? Come on over.
Come on.
No, they're shy. Oh, well.
Now tell us about, let's walk over this way, Mary. Right over here and tell us about these special Jacob sheep.
Okay. These are one of the world's oldest sheep. They're very biblical. They're named after Jacob in the Bible.
Yeah.
And this guy here is only 2 years old, and look at his 4 horns.
Wow.
If he dies of natural causes, then the Jewish will make shofars, horns out of there.
Yes.
And
look at those horns. Oh, Harry, you've got to zero in on him.
his horns can grow 3 feet. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Look at
And
that.
he is such a sweetheart. He gets frustrated though. And the reason he gets frustrated is all the others can stick their heads through the fence
and he
to eat.
can't.
And he can't.
Oh.
So I always remind people to please feed him, but put your hands in. Because
That's a
otherwise
good idea. Yes.
he gets frustrated.
I don't blame him. Oh, they're beautiful. Where's the big camel? What is her name?
Pollyanna is home this weekend. Yeah, we didn't bring Pollyanna because we wanted to give more room for the alpacas.
Yes, that's a good idea.
And with
Alpacas
the
need-
heat, she can get a little cranky with the humidity. And
Can she?
having her in a pen for 3.5 days is a little too much for her.
I agree. That's tough.
We are running out of time for this episode of Lying Around Connecticut. You see all of the different types of entertainment, agriculture, animals, all the things that are going on at the Wolcott Fair. We will be back next week to bring you more from the Wolcott Lions Fair, August 2016. So that's going to do it for Lying Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed our show this evening. Tune in next week for another Lying Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry. Good night.
Bye-bye.